He had a Kamaka ukulele that was very, it was a very, growing up in Hawaii, the ukulele is a very, very respected instrument, and a kamaka is kind of like, it's the top, right? So she didn't want me to play her kamaka. It was the only ukulele we had in the house. So as I got older, when I was 4, finally she sat me down and said, all right, you want to play it? And I still remember the day she let me play it, because she told me, okay, you sit down on the floor, because she didn't want me standing or sitting on a chair, I might drop it. So I had to sit with my legs crossed on the floor, and she took it off the shelf and she put it in my hands, and all she did was she told me to just strum the strings like this, just do this with my thumb. And I did this and I was like, oh my goodness, this is the most beautiful sound. And it was just something so pleasing about just doing this. So I would just use my thumb and just do this over and over and over. And then she told me to take my index finger of my left hand and just put it on, well, she didn't really tell me where, she just showed me. She said, okay, now put your finger here. So I did this. And I thought, oh, this is so cool. So even till this day, whenever I do workshops or anything like that, and I'm showing somebody the ukulele, those are the 2 chords I teach them. And it's basically this is an A minor 7 chord, or can be used as just any A minor, basic A minor chord, and your C major chord. So you're like, okay, well, great, but what can you do with that? So I show them that. Remember that show Cops, like back in the day? So the opening, the theme for that show is a song called Bad Boys. Yeah. And here, can you hold the mic for? Okay, I'm a horrible singer, but just so you get an idea. It goes like this. Bad boys, what you're gonna do? What you're gonna do when they come for you? Bad boys, what you're gonna do? What you're gonna do when they come for you? There you go. I don't know the rest of the lyrics, but
That's okay. All right, do we have another question?
Technical question.
Okay.
The octave pedal that you have,
yes.
it drops every note an octave if you play a chord?
Yeah, isn't that amazing? You can play chords on it. It's called the Pog by Electro-Harmonics. It's the only octave pedal that I know that really, that can really do the chords well, the polyphonic thing. So listen to this. Even diminished chords. And then you can also add in the upper octave like this.
Really go crazy.
This is, so now you have 3. You have 3 now. You have the lower octave, and then you have your natural one, and then you have an upper octave. So it's got a really cool sound. I mean, it's pretty amazing. But I don't like the upper octave so much because I think it sounds a little, yeah, the ukulele is already so high. And then you can also drop out, if you want, you can drop out the natural tone and just get the bass tone like this. But even down, I don't care for it too. I like to just scale the, I like this tone to me, I think is great. I keep the dry uke signal in 100%, and I just tilt in the octave pedal at about 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock, and then the octave up pedal, the octave up sound, I usually dial it back till about 11 o'clock or 10 o'clock. So it sounds like this. So I think that has a pretty good balance. You know, you still get the bottom end, but you're still hearing the natural ukulele. You know, which I like when I use that. So, but
Okay, I
thank you.
think we'll
Thanks,
take
Matt.
one more, and then we're gonna hear Jake play. So,
Oh yes.
Hi, Jake.
Oh, maybe two more. Two more. Yeah.
Hi, Jake. My name's Ryan. I just started playing ukulele very recently. This wonderful woman to my right is teaching me how to play. We have one of your books here. And I hope I'm not too presumptuous, but my question is, would you be so kind to sign her ukulele that we brought over?
Oh, I'd love to.
well,
Yeah,
you know,
totally.
he's gonna be out
okay?
front
I'll do
signing
that,
later
yeah.
on.
Oh, I can do that,
So
yeah,
you
right
can-
before
you
I-
can come up later and do it later.
Yeah.
Let's do it later.
Later. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Sorry.
Sorry.
But thank you.
Yes.
How about one more?
And then-
Wait, speak into the microphone, please.
Without compromising any of your sponsorships, what's your string of choice for both tone and feel?
the Dario, the Pro Art set. So that's what I have on here, and what I did for a long time before Dario even made ukulele strings, what I did was I would go to the music store and I would buy the classical guitar Pro Art. It's the hard tension and the extra hard tension set. So I would buy both guitar sets. I would use 1, 2, and 3 from the hard tension set as my A, E, and C, and then I would use the first string from the extra hard tension set as my high G. And that's what I still use till this day. So when I started working with Dario about little over 10 years ago, I told them that's what I was using, and they were like, oh, so they created a set called the J71. And so the J71 is basically that. It's the three strings from the hard tension, and then the first string from the extra hard tension.
By the way, Chris Fujikama agrees with you on the Dario.
Oh yeah.
All right. Well, thank you, everybody, so much. So excited to hear The Greatest Day. Congratulations.
Oh, thank you.
And if you haven't heard it yet, please check it out. Jake's going to take a really short break while we set the stage up for him to play, and then he's going to come back and play some music for you.
Yeah,
And
please
then-
stick around for
yeah,
the
stick around for
concert.
the music. And then after he's done, he'll be out front signing and selling some CDs and stuff and saying hello. So give us just 1 minute, and we'll be right back.
Thank you very much, guys. Thank you. Thanks, Ron.
Yeah, right? There's always something.
It's very similar. I haven't played with it too much, but it's very slight.
Of course, and then when I...
All right, hey everybody. That was quick, right? All right, my name's Laura Whitmore. I'm with BackStory Events, and we're here at the Cutting Room in New York City. We're live on Guitar World with Jake Shimabukuro, who's going to share some amazing ukulele playing with you from The Greatest Day, and I don't know, maybe some other stuff too. So please welcome Jake Shimabukuro.
All right. Oh, it's my favorite part. I couldn't wait to start playing. Yeah. Okay, well, I'm gonna start off with one of the songs off the new record. Here's Eleanor Rigby. See, now you know all the pedals I'm using. Yeah. Thank you very much. The next song is the title track off the new record, and this is a song called The Greatest Day. I normally don't play this one solo, but I'm gonna give this one a try. I'm gonna use, obviously in that first one I used the freeze pedal in the intro of the song. This one I'm gonna incorporate the delay and kind of almost use it as a little echo in time. This one, hope you enjoy this. Thank you very much. So that was the song "The Greatest Day." So if you listen to, remember we were talking about the contrary motion. So you have this melody moving down, and then you have this melody moving up. Oh, sorry. Yeah, and then it just keeps building and gets, anyways. But it's not that interesting. Sorry. Next song. Well, this is one that I didn't really talk about, but for me it was just a special song because it was inspired by some soldiers from Hawaii, and oh, thanks, man. It was they were the Nisei veterans who made up the original 100th Battalion and 442nd and the MIS. This was all after the bombing of Pearl Harbor and all of that. So I was so moved by their story because I realized that after reading about all the internment camps and all that they had to go through, I remember just realizing that being an Asian American living in this country today, I have a much better life because of the sacrifices that they made. So this is one that we recorded on the new record, and I had actually recorded it previously when I first wrote it. And the whole reason I wrote the piece was because there was a movie called Go for Broke that was being filmed in Hawaii, and they had asked me to do the soundtrack. So this was like 7 years ago. So I wrote this piece to be the theme, and the movie never came out until last year. So I thought since the movie just came out last year and I had just finished the soundtrack, I wanted to re-record an updated version of this song, and it's called "Go for Broke," which was the soldiers' motto, and Jerry Douglas actually played some amazingly beautiful dobro and slide on this track. So, but I hope you like this. This is the solo ukulele version. Song for all of our veterans and the men and women out there serving our country in the U.S. Armed Forces. Go for Broke. I like to play another one off the new record. This is the Leonard Cohen piece I was talking about, and you know, to me, Hallelujah is just it's one of those songs, man, so timeless, and I think the way it just really sings on the ukulele. I mean, well, on any instrument, but I don't play any other instruments. So but so I like to do this arrangement for you. I hope you enjoy this. Here's Leonard Cohen's Hallelujah. And for this one, I'm going to bring in a little bit of that delay. It's going to be very subtle, so just to give it some ambient. On the new record, there's a couple of bonus tracks as well, and one of the bonus, it's a bonus track from our live shows with the trio with Nolan and Dave, and one of the tracks on there is a song called Dragon, and this is a song that was inspired by one of my childhood heroes, the great Bruce Lee. So. My favorite Bruce Lee film was Enter the Dragon, you know, which is where but anyway, so this is one of the songs where I can utilize a lot of my pedal board and the effects that I have on stage here. So I'm gonna play this and hope you enjoy this. You know what Bruce Lee's favorite drink was, right? Water. We were really enjoying the show until he told that joke.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, Jake Shimabukuro. Woo! What do you think? Can we get him to play one more? One more? Yeah? Yeah!
Okay. Thank you very much, man. You guys are awesome. Well, let's see. You guys want to do a sing along? I got one. This is always kind of a fun one. I want to just thank the whole crew here at the Cutting Room, especially Laura. She's so awesome, man. It's always great. It's our second time working together. Want to thank Brad as well. Brad, thank you so much for this opportunity, man. Really, really appreciate it. How about a hand for Gerard up there? He's running sound, man. Sounds great. He's really dialed it in. And also Kane and Brian, I want to say, I think it's Brian. Kane and Brian, you guys, thank you, man. Great working with you guys, and really appreciate it. But I'm going to do one more song here, and last but not least, I just want to acknowledge my manager, Van, who's sitting back there. Van Fletcher, he's standing. And also Michael Jensen and Ryan from Jensen Communications. They're the ones that set this up for me, so thanks, you guys. Always great working with you. And I'll leave you with this one. Here's a couple weeks ago, it was Freddie Mercury's birthday, so here's my interpretation of, and this will be no tricks here. Here's my interpretation of Queen's Bohemian Rhapsody, you guys. Thank you very much. Aloha. Woo!
All right. Thank you so much, Jake Shimabukuro. The album is The Greatest Day. Thanks for watching, everybody online. And thank you guys for coming. Jake's going to come out to the front in just a few minutes. So